Hi, I'm Max. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to combine like terms in algebra. First, let's remember a couple of things we've learned. In algebra, a term is a variable, a number, or a product of numbers and variables. And like terms, well, those are just terms that have the same variable raised to the same exponent. So, for example, x and x squared, those are not like terms. But 3x, 5x, and negative 7x are like terms. And another family of like terms are constants. Constants are terms that are just numbers, like 3, negative 2.5, 2/3, negative 7 squared, and such. And all constants are considered to be like terms. Okay, let's look at a couple of examples of how to combine like terms. So here we see 5x and minus 4x, or 5x minus 4x. And what we're going to do is we're going to circle the like terms. Now what I'm going to have you do is circle the terms, but try to capture the sign in front of the term. That way you can look at this as what is 5x plus negative 4x. And then when you add the coefficients, 5 and negative 4, all you have to remember are the rules for adding and subtracting positive and negative numbers. 5 plus negative 4, so you'd find the difference of the absolute values. Absolute value of 5 is 5, absolute value of negative 4 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. And can 5 good guys defeat 4 bad guys? Yes, so the answer is positive 1x. Let's look at another one. Slightly more complicated. So we have a 12 by itself. We have negative 17q, and we have negative 7q. So we have to add negative 17q plus negative 7q. And when we are looking at those coefficients of negative 17 and negative 7, that's going to equal negative 24q. And since the 12 has nothing to be combined with, we just sort of bring that down to the answer. So our answer would be 12 plus negative 24q, or you can write that as 12 minus 24q. Let's look at some more. Here's a much more complicated one. So this one, let's see, we have a 2z squared plus 9 plus 4 minus 15z minus 8z squared minus z plus 18z. So I'm going to pick the z squared terms first. So here's 2z squared and minus 8z squared. So I'm going to say 2z squared plus negative 8z squared. 2 plus negative 8, well, that's going to be equal to negative 6z squared. I'm going to hold that off to the side for a second. Now I'm going to find the z terms. I have negative 15z. And see this negative z right here? Make sure you know that that's negative 1z. And I have plus 18z. So for the z terms, I have negative 15z plus negative 1z plus 18z. So negative 15 plus negative 1 is negative 16. Plus positive 18 is 2z. Okay. And then I have my constants. I have plus 9 and plus 4. So that's going to be equal to 13. So my final answer, to simplify this complicated algebraic expression, would be negative 6z squared plus 2z plus 13.